Hello, welcome to Tea and Toasties. I'm one of your hosts, Sabrina.
I'm the other one. I'm Rich, and welcome back. This is episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yeah, look at us.
Look at us. If this is your first episode tuning in, make sure you go back and listen to episode 1.
Yes.
Get the full backstory.
We introduced ourselves a little bit. We talked about us, our friendship, and what else did we discuss? I think there was a banana skin or 2 in there.
A couple banana skins, a couple cheeks.
Some cheeks, yeah. So what we got in store for today?
Let's start. How you feeling today?
Well, as you know, I've had this sniffy cold thing for like 3 weeks. You know, it was just before Christmas, and yes, we'd been out. I don't know. It was three nights on the bounce. That's a lot for me.
Right.
And I think by the third, I think it was Christmas Eve or something like that. I just started to feel down. It all caught up with
timing.
me. Yeah, perfect timing. Just, as it goes, there's a few nights out right before Christmas party time, and I'd probably overdone it. I was run down, and I managed to pick something up. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, which is Jonette's birthday, and New Year's Eve, I was just ill.
Yep, down and out.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I haven't managed to shift it, so this is like 3 weeks, and still got the sniff, still got a cough, and coughing up nastiness.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a visual.
Next topic.
But you did ask.
I know.
How are you?
I'm good. Bit sleepy today.
Yeah.
No illness for me, surprisingly.
Well done.
Seem to have dodged it.
Well done.
All 2024, essentially.
Cool.
No illness. Last year I had the flu, insane, and then I had COVID for Christmas last year.
For Christmas. Nice gift for Christmas.
But this year, breezed by all of that.
Look at you. Did you do something different? Why did you
I have
dodge it
no
all?
idea. If anything, I feel like I was out and about more
Maybe
this
that's
year
the trick.
than it's like kids who eat dirt, It's like they're
building up their immune.
system.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe that's my problem. I was in a lot, didn't go out much, and then as soon as I popped my head out, all the germs were like, "Whoa, look, bit of new meat here. Let's get him."
Yeah.
So you're feeling peppy today?
I'm peppy enough. I'm
Nice.
at my normal base level of pep, I'd say.
Yeah.
Which, if you know me, isn't very peppy. It's a good amount. No, but we had some friends over last night for a little
cool.
chill hang, a little dinner, a little crock pot dinner.
Crock pot, what'd you cook?
Aaron made white chicken chili.
Okay, white chicken chili.
Yeah, and then
I'm not sure
I
I've
made
had that.
a loaf of beer bread.
Tell
yummy.
me about that. What's that?
So easy. Sounds like I did something special, but my mom got me got Aaron some mixes for Christmas, and it's just a bag of all the ingredients, and then you just add a can of any beer you like.
What did you go with?
All we had at the time was Modelo.
Modelo.
The first time I made it, I used like an IPA, so it was a bit more punchy.
Mm-hmm.
This one was still good. I think everyone liked it.
And did you use it? Did you slice it up and then use it to mop up the?
Well, we also made a cornbread. We were bread heavy.
Very.
But we did the beer bread as kind of an appetizer because it was
Gotcha.
done first, and everyone just kind of picked at that. And then the cornbread, we put like fully in the soup, basically,
so
or
it
the chili.
soaked it up like a sponge.
It was very, very yummy. Perfect cold weather dinner.
Isn't it cold?
Yeah,
It's freezing.
so cold.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. We're a couple of days, or tomorrow, they're calling for.
Dude, yeah,
inches and
tomorrow.
inches.
Yeah, for us, we're in Asheville, NC. I think, actually, we weren't living here last year. We'd moved to South Carolina for a year. We had a little dip out of NC, went to South Carolina for a year. But we've moved back in. But I remember last year, of course, we were down the mountain somewhat, and the temperature, winter was a breeze. But this year, I've definitely noticed the snap. It's a little bit crisp out there.
Yeah, definitely crisp.
What are they calling for?
It changes every day, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
I think it was originally 1 to 3. Now I'm
Yeah.
seeing 3 to 6.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing 3 to 6 over 2 days, and then 4 to 5 here. Like
Yeah.
all kinds of things.
We'll just wait and see. I think that's how I deal with the weather.
I just know snow is coming.
Snow's coming.
That's all I
You
need
don't
to
mind
know.
it, right?
I like the snow. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think if it's going to be cold, I want it to at least snow. Like make it worthwhile.
Make it worthwhile.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
a proper snow. I want, inches on the ground, everything covered, locked in the house for a day, not just like, oh, it snowed today and now it's
a
just
dust.
melted and
that's
gone.
what's the point in that, right?
Yeah.
If it's gonna snow, do it.
Do it.
We want some proper snow. We want to make a snowman, throw snowballs.
Exactly.
Get in amongst it.
Get out there.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I'm not a fan.
Right, you're not a
No.
cold weather fan.
I hate cold weather.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the weather in England.
Yeah,
is,
that's why I don't live there.
Dare I say, kind of miserable.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. You're like, why would I move here and
I
then just
know.
want more of that?
Yeah. I mean, if you think we've got sads here, it kind of ties in what we're going to talk about a little bit today is, New Year, resolutions, all that stuff. How to deal with this sort of
The sads.
the sads time, the January, February dark zone. It's not me. I like the sun. I like the beach. I like the warmth. I like to feel warm. My bones need
Right.
to feel warm.
Mm-hmm.
This January, February, March, ugh.
Ugh.
Mm.
Yeah, just gloom.
Gloom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you set up your little friends Wednesday hang,
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
Yeah, just to break up the week.
and the season.
Yeah.
And why not, Do it while you can. Still
Yeah.
young, got
You're
friends
young.
you love.
Yeah.
Why not hang out as much as possible?
Right, break up the week.
Break it up. Yeah, as I get older, I think I'm liking the summer more, which is odd. You would think as a kid, obviously I loved summer being out of school and stuff,
Yep.
but I would get so almost angry in the heat,
Angry
because you
with
can't
summer?
escape it.
Sure.
It's like when it's cold, you can always put more layers on.
I get you.
But in the hot, like I cannot take my skin off. There's a certain point where
Have you tried?
I haven't.
No.
No, but there's a certain point where you're like, oh shoot, this is as far as I can go, and then you're
Right.
just miserable and hot.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. When it gets super hot, you can't even go out.
Right.
What's the point?
Well, yeah.
You can't enjoy it.
But I love a beach.
Love a beach. What's your ideal temp?
Probably 75, 70.
Is that the sweet spot?
I'd say in the 70s, yeah.
In
Once
the
it gets
70s,
to like
yeah.
80, I start getting,
Yeah,
it's a bit too hot.
it's a bit too
Feels
hot.
good, but maybe a bit too hot. But yeah, 70s is good.
70s is great. That's
Yeah.
when you can go outside and it doesn't feel oppressive. You're not sweating. You just enjoy it. You can do stuff, get in amongst it, go to a brewery. Enjoy.
Yeah.
There's nothing better, right? And
Yeah.
a nice beer garden, supping on a beer, session beer,
Oh, yeah.
and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to feel that sun on my face.
Same.
Mm.
It's, my lizard time.
Lizard time, you call it, yeah.
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 I feel like I got to get out there. I got to soak it up, literally.
Soak it up.
Charge up.
Get that D going.
Mm.
You know? Soak up the D.
Straight to the veins.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it.
Go on
A
in.
little bit of New Year's resolution.
Resolutions,
So,
yeah.
How do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
Good question. Yeah, we've just found ourselves in January. It's typically when everyone goes, right, I'm gonna quit this, I'm gonna stop that, turn the page on the year. I've got all these goals and things. To be honest, I don't think I'm really a big New Year's resis guy. It's not something I do and think every year, oh yeah, I'm going to give up this, give up that. And I've thought about it this year actually, and I was like, but it's too much of a giving up. For me, it's giving up on something. I think why go full on, oh, I'm gonna give up cake.
Right.
I'm gonna give up smoking. I'm gonna give up drinking. It just seems very extreme.
It is extreme. And to expect yourself
To
to
do
just be
it,
able,
yeah.
once the clock turns midnight on the 1st, suddenly it's a new you.
Exactly.
That's just not logical.
Yeah.
But also, it doesn't have to be a giving up. There's the adding as well.
Adding
the
in.
biggest one, I guess you're giving up, the biggest one is going to the gym, right?
Yes.
That's everyone's thing.
All gym memberships just
All
spike
that-
in January,
all that.
right? But it's like I think there's the giving up, but for me I don't think it's sustainable. That's the thing.
No.
Isn't it something like 2 weeks later, January the 1st, everyone's got these New Year's resolutions, and then it was like just something 2 weeks, and it's like give up day, like
Yeah.
give up what you've given up, kind of thing, and then you're back into, I do fancy some cake.
Right. Yeah, it's the same with like dieting. They say like if you're on this crazy fad diet, it usually doesn't stick because it's just not reasonable, or
Yes.
your brain doesn't work that way.
No.
To just switch like that.
Cold turkey.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a tough one.
it is.
Have you ever done like cold turkey on anything?
I think so. I mean, I quit vaping once upon a time. Back on it now.
Right. And you
Don't
went
wanna
cold
talk
turkey
about
on
it. But no, yeah, I did. I went cold turkey the first time, pretty much without thinking about it.
What was the trigger?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think I was just like,
Done
whatever,
with it.
I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
And just stopped. And then also in college, I went through a little period of smoking cigarettes, the real stuff.
The real stuff.
And probably the whole time I was in college, pretty consistently. Then also just stopped. Didn't need it. Didn't even need to think about it. But I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Occasionally, maybe.
Now and again.
I'll take a drag of someone else's at a party or something. But
Yeah, I can't. It's minging, isn't it? My first cigarette was a red. I just went straight in. Also, strangely, I think I was 23.
oh,
Stupid, right? Stupid
right.
time
But
to
then
start.
you got hooked, didn't you?
I did. I get hooked.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Especially in my 20s, I was very... If I found something I liked, I was all in.
Yeah.
Going back to our episode 1, I was full-cheeked.
Full cheeked, double cheeked in. Yeah.
I was. If I latched onto something, I was very obsessive, addictive. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to double down on this thing. And at that time, it was cigarettes. Before that, I had a thing for fruit machines.
Fruit machines?
Fruit machines. It's not what you're thinking. Maybe you've got this image in your head where you just get fruit from a machine.
Please, I need to know what this
which
is.
Which would have been actually quite healthy.
Yeah, right.
If I'd have...
I was addicted to fruit.
I was addicted to fruit. All right, what's so bad about that? Fruit machines are, I guess, the most similar thing here is, what do you call those? Your one-armed bandits, right?
Still not knowing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know what?
One-armed bandit?
A one-armed bandit.
Let me try to figure this out.
Okay, I'm not going to do any visuals or give any clues.
One-armed bandit.
Fruit machines, one-armed bandits.
Those two things are so different that I cannot find a way that they relate.
All right,
this could be.
Let me clue you.
I'm just
then.
thinking of a raccoon currently. I can't get the image of a raccoon.
Okay,
out of
we're
my
way
head
off.
for a bandit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's all I can picture.
All right, one-armed bandit, fruit machine. Let me throw in another clue.
Are we talking gambling?
Yes.
Okay. One arm pulling the lever and the fruit. Ding, 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 ding. Okay.
Yeah, we're it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gambling.
That was my thing.
That's a scary one.
Yeah, I was a little bit of a gambler because in England we had fruit machines, and you usually find them in a pub, right? In England, you can start drinking at 18. I know
AKA 16.
AKA it was, or even younger than that. You know, if you're a 16 and you can sport a beard like I did back then.
Wow.
Yeah, I was able to grow a nice beard. I could get in.
They still don't want to believe me.
They still card you, and you're what? You're 28.
Yeah, I don't mind the carding, but
you got to enjoy that while you can. I'd love to get carded, but that's not going to happen.
I'll start asking for your ID every time you come over, before you can walk through the door. Let me see that ID.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like yes. So yeah, fruit machines. It was the lights. You know, they got the lights going. And it was like a moth to the flame for me. I was drawn into the lights.
And the sounds. I love that. Like
the
ding,
sounds.
ding, 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 ding. Oh,
and then
it's
the
so
fruit
satisfying.
machines in England, they're not just the pull the lever, right? And the reels spin, and you can get like 3 grapes, 3 bunches of 3 lemons, 3 oranges, 777, which is the big one, right? Jackpot, and all the money drops down. It's the sounds, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But in England, they had themed machines. So one of my favourites was Indiana Jones. Another one would have been Star Wars.
Right.
So the gameplay was centred around this theme. And within Indiana Jones, you had like on the face of the machine, you'd have Indy with his whip, and like if you got into the game zone part of the machine, you kind of maybe had to stop the whip on a certain place, and then you could level up.
Oh, super gamified.
Yeah, gamified. You know,
Interesting.
of course.
Sounds like a pinball machine mixed with gambling.
Yeah,
Slots.
yeah. So without the one arm, so you'd shove a quid in there, right? Usually a quid get you, I don't know, what is it, like 4 plays, 5 plays at the time. Away you go. press start. It's all coming back. I'm actually,
adrenaline's
I'm buzzing.
itching, I want it.
Yeah. Cool, I've missed that. So this was, like I was, I don't know, 20, 21, 22, had my first job, had some money in the bank, burning a hole in my pocket. And I used to, this is sad, this is part confessional, I suppose, but here we go. I would leave work, go to the ATM. Mm-hmm. You're there, ready?
I'm
You're
there.
walking,
I'm
walking with
picturing
me.
it.
And I draw some money out, go to the pub on my Jack Jones, order, instead of a full pint of beer, I would order half pint. So I would have extra coins to play. I know, how bad is that? Extra coins to play the fruity. And so I'd shove the quids in the thing, start playing, sipping my beer. And yeah, just loved trying to win.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing was for me. I guess, yeah, sure, win some money, but I guess it was trying to beat the machine.
Yeah.
Me versus machine.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
Oof.
But you know how sad it got?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, I would go from, I'd play that one machine.
Uh-huh.
And on the walk home, I'd think, right, okay, there's that pub there. I can go to this next pub. And then I would go on, I walk home, go to the next pub, order another half pint, go and play the next machine. Because you can only play the machine to a certain point.
Oh, okay. So you were on like a little tour around.
Yeah.
All the machines.
Tour home.
So wait, they had them in like the pub, in the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's like different here. Maybe certain states can have it and stuff. But,
yeah,
you know, you have to go to like a proper casino.
Yeah, you have to work hard for your
work hard
for your addictions.
Work hard to lose our money.
Yeah. No, this is very there in your face, and who doesn't like going to a pub? You know.
Right.
But the sad thing was I was doing it on my own. If I'd taken friends, then much better.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this thing in a newspaper, and it was a book, and it was Learn How to Beat the Machine.
Stop.
So, yeah, really, this is how sad it got. So I filled out like the little thing, shoved it in the envelope, and I paid, I don't know, £5 or something like that. Book comes back in the mail, and it's got cheat codes.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, here we go.
Actual cheat codes?
Yes, instructional, step by step. This is how you might beat this machine. So within the machine, they're programmed in, like if you hold these two buttons down and do a sequential hit, hold or something like that, then the machine would get stalled on something, and then the money you would win, and then your three somethings, 3 melons would come up, or it would just do something where you were cheating the machine. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah. So this book, it kind of gave me that insight into how this machine is working, and I was able to then show my friends, and they were quite impressed. I think that was also what I was after.
Right. Well, I don't like the gambling, like the slots, because it's so chance. So you want rules, and you want like answers. Like there is a way to beat it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that makes sense that you're like, no, there is a way, and I know it.
Yes.
And then trying to successfully do it. Yeah. I wonder if, back to what you said earlier of how you were young and you get, all in, obsessed with stuff. My mindset is a bit of this. When you're young, you have that kind of, nothing really matters. And if this thing is giving me a good feeling, why not keep doing it?
Right.
Yeah. A little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with this later, or
yeah.
I'll get more responsible later.
Exactly. I've got time for responsibility.
Yeah. And just like at that time, you're probably working a job you weren't loving.
True that.
And you were like, well, I'm going to spend all my free time doing stuff that makes like max joy.
Yeah.
Max good feeling.
That's definitely that.
And even if
I hadn't thought of it like that. Yeah.
Like, it's not great. You're like, who cares?
Let's get through this job. It was insurance, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's get through this job, get to the 5 o'clock, and so yeah, I could get to the fruit machines.
Get to those fruit.
Yeah, and then there was horse racing. I got into that for a little bit.
Oh my
Yeah, I was betting on horses. But of course, none of that really served me.
No.
But you don't think of it.
No.
Like you said, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
And I'd gone from having no money. I was on the dole, receiving what would you say? What's it? Social Security. Yeah. So I was out of work, come from university, was out of work, just getting a little bit of money from the government for a little while, applying for jobs, and then all of a sudden from no money to having money.
Yeah.
Like, still a kid, basically.
Oh, yeah. All of my first jobs, when I was still living at home, I had no rent, no bills, no nothing. I was making so much money looking back now because I had nothing to spend it on. And yet I cannot think of a single thing that I spent my money on.
Wisely.
Where the hell did that go? What was she doing?
Yeah, where does it go?
So no gambling this year. We're leaving that in the past.
Dude, I gave up gambling. Do you know what? I gave up fruit machines. It was an England thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was when I went traveling, so I would have been 23, which is, by the way, when I started smoking. So I switched from the fruit machines and then channeled I hopped over to cigarettes. Because when I started traveling, I came here to the US. You don't have fruities.
Yeah.
And they're not readily available, so I had to find something else. And it was then I hopped over to cigarettes. And because we were staying in youth hostels, as much as people say cigarettes are antisocial, for me it was a great way to meet people.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse you, mate. You got
that
a light,
was like me in college.
Yeah.
And it was an excuse to like get out of the lame house party that was happening or something and go outside. And then once you're out there, like, oh, everyone's smoking out here.
Yeah.
Or I needed a reason why I'm going outside.
Exactly. Habits.
Right.
You know.
Would you say now your obsession has switched to the business?
Well done. I would say yes.
I would say. If you couldn't tell by the way I asked that question.
I was thinking that as you were saying that, where you were going, and I was going, I'm still quite obsessive, but I've rechanneled that behavior into something more positive.
Yeah, more beneficial.
More self-serving.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because my running joke with you is like, you can't ever not work. Mm-hmm. You know, you wake up and at 4 a.m. or something, and then the wheels are turning already on work, and you're jotting down things and ideas, and then you're sharing them with me, and you're millions of posties everywhere, and it's just constantly going. Yeah,
definitely rechanneled that obsession, if you want to call it that, into work, which, you know, it's not a bad thing.
No.
I wish I had more balance, to be honest.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. An obsession of anything is never good.
It's not.
Even if it is a positive, quote unquote thing.
Yeah. You could say, okay, I've given up my obsession with cake. Now I'm obsessed with the gym. But you're still
not a healthy mindset.
It's not, is it? So what's the key there?
Who knows? I don't know.
You don't have the
solution. Answer.
Dang.
I don't think there needs to be one, honestly. I think if you just know what's good for you, know your brain, know yourself, know when it's good, know when it's bad, know when to ask for help, etc. All that, I think that's all that really matters.
I think you're right, because people operate at different levels, don't they? And it's not prescriptive. What works for me may not work for you or someone else. It's just, this is what works for me. And I think it's finding what really does help you, serve you. I think for me, I need more balance. You know, I'm not so obsessed, but worky.
Yeah.
I am focused on work, but I feel like there's responsibilities.
Right. It makes sense because you started the business from nothing, you and Johnette, and then you had no other choice but to be all in and to, you know, give it your all and a lot of time and effort. And you're doing that for years, and then suddenly you're just supposed to stop. You don't know how anymore, or there's like a fear or a panic of, if I do stop, it's all going to stop.
It'll stop. And especially when you do have your own business, you are wearing all the hats, you're doing all the things.
No one's telling you what to do.
No.
You're your own boss and your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're doing something you love, I think then you have all that motivation from within, and you know the buck stops with you. And if you do get lazy, or you think, I can't do that today, or I don't want to do that today, I want to go and do that, you know, the income may stop quite abruptly if you don't give it your all. I can't rely on knowing that I'll have this amount of money coming in. That provides its own pressures, but I wouldn't swap it for the world. Definitely not.
No way.
I think being your own boss, you can't beat it. Because you do make your own rules, you set your own schedule. I wish there was more of a balance, but hey.
Right. And it's so fulfilling, I imagine. Like zooming out, taking a step back and looking at it. It's all the work you've put in. you get to, it's, it's not like, oh, I'm working for someone else and they're getting the benefits.
Right.
And it's like, no, like all this success is because of the work that we've put in.
That we've put in, yeah. And you can see it, the day that Johnette and I were able to afford, to get a mortgage.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, whoa, we did this.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's wild. Having your own business. I remember times when we were, and I'm sure we'll go into this in the next episode, but yeah, I remember when we were doing street shows and fairs, and we didn't make a cent, and we were like, we've spent money on a hotel, we've spent money on the show, we've spent money on this, that, and the other, and our outgoings, we only made $10, and we'd stop off, get some gas at a gas station, and share a Snickers bar and a can of Pepsi.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, yeah, you guys have come a long way.
Long way.
So if you're not into resolutions, what would you say you are doing this year? Are you changing anything this year?
I don't know. We've come up with something. Before we get into that, what about you and resolutions?
I'm pretty similar. I typically do not like resolutions for myself. I don't like to put pressure like that on myself because then if it doesn't pan out, then I'm like worse off than how I started.
Yeah.
I'm let down, I'm disappointed in myself, or whatever it may be. That's kind of how I operate on a day-to-day anyways, more of like a realist.
You are a realist.
I don't like to get my hopes up.
Yes.
On anything.
Yes.
So a resolution is like the final boss of getting your hopes up.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this big goal and expectation you set for yourself just to have it not work. I don't really have a thing that I feel like, I need to do this, or I need to stop doing this. I mean, there's the vaping, but that's like an ongoing.
Yeah.
And I know my mental is, if I want to, I will.
Right.
I just don't really care to want to.
And that's the first thing, right? You've got to want to.
So my thing, instead of resolution, I think is just an ongoing, maybe set like a mindset goal. To say, at the end of the year, maybe I want to be a bit more like this. Because it's a constant, moving, evolving, changing thing. I just want to grow as a person, I guess.
You're so smart.
Is the thing. I don't want to have more muscle mass. I want to grow and learn more this year.
Yeah.
Every year. If I can look back at the previous year and say, oh, wow, I've changed a little bit.
Right.
Grew from that.
And what does that look like for you then? What would be in what way would you like to grow this year?
So hard to say. Again, I don't even think I put a specific thing on for that. I think it's just an overall, don't get too stagnant.
Okay.
Various different things go into that. I'd say this year maybe it's routine. I feel like I say that all the time.
Right.
I would like more of a routine.
Okay.
And that's a bunch of little things that then adds into one big thing.
Exactly. Don't you think that's the key, rather than I'm going to try and climb up the mountain with one step? It's small incremental changes, very slight changes daily, right?
Daily,
right? That's more sustainable than just going to try and do the big thing in one go. It's like I've got to put into place a slight plan, but don't beat myself up if I don't achieve it. But I think you're able to achieve the end goal by just doing a slight step each day and build on it and gain the momentum, right?
Yes. And it's easier for me to give myself some grace because instead of having a gym every day goal, wake up one day, feel like shit, don't want to go to the gym, then I'm beating myself up.
Yeah.
Or I've given up already, you know. Whereas if you're doing just an overall growth resolution, quote unquote, one day you're feeling bad, well, that's life. You feel bad one day. Yeah. I'm still on my path.
This is
part of it. Still just chugging along.
Beating yourself up and having that self-shame is like, it's so... Then you're going to feel worse off than you did before you gave up the thing.
It's not serving.
It's not healthy. That's why I see New Year's resis as kind of like it's too much pressure.
It definitely works for some people.
Sure.
And doesn't for other people, I think. Some people are so regimented and...
They geared up for it.
Yeah, and they need that. That's how their brain works, you know? They need these step-by-step things, and... That
like an all or nothing.
Yeah, and that's what works best for them.
Yeah. Tea and Toasties is supported by Alphabet Art Photos.
Hello, Governor. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was missing in it? You know, that one blank wall that just screams for attention, but you have absolutely no idea how to fill it?
Oh, I know that feeling oh so well, y'all. It's like you want something unique and personal, but everything you find is just, well, generic.
Spot on, geezer. We have the perfect thing for you. Alphabet Art Photos is a small biz on Etsy that's sprucing up wall decor with their niche alphabet photography.
Yeah, I hear those folks create beautiful personalized art by using photos of everyday objects that resemble letters of the alphabet. Y'all can spell out your's name, a favorite word, or even a meaningful date, such as a wedding, graduation, even when you folks get to retire. It's like having a piece of art that's truly yours.
Imagine strolling into your living room and spotting a sorted, personalized piece that not only fills the space, but also kicks off a bit of conflab, innit? It's a brilliant way to dazzle your guests and make your gaff feel more like, well, you.
And Lord, it don't stop there. I reckon alphabet art photos can transform any room, your office, your bedroom, heck, even your kid's playroom, into a space that shines brighter than a silver spur on a brand new pair of my dancing boots.
Also, supporting this lot means you're supporting a vibrant small business on Etsy. You're not just buying art, you're investing in someone's proper dream. And I know they'll be chuffed to bits.
Well, I do declare, if you're chomping at the bit to turn those blank walls into a masterpiece that reflects who you are, head over to Alphabet Art Photos on Etsy. Trust us, your future self will thank you.
Yes, mate. Make your space uniquely yours and let your walls do the talking. Use promo code TNT30 at checkout for 30% off your order of Alphabet Art Photos. That's etsy.com/shop/Alphabet Art Photos, promo code TNT30.
Well, Jonette and I, we don't typically make these resolutions, but we thought there are things, new year, new us, let's try a different way of doing it,
Okay.
right?
You've gamified it.
We have kind of gamified it. So rather than trying to move away from things, we've set up like a 2025 bingo card.
Fun.
And it's more like moving towards things. It's life goals, some small, some big, and things that we actually want to get into during the year. And I think it helps to write this stuff down. Ooh.
Mother fucker. Oh my God.
What'd she knock off? What is that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's bored.
That was crazy. So your bingo cards.
Yes, bingo cards. Yeah, we were trying to gamify the whole life goals for this year. And I think it's good to set some goals. You might check them off, you might not, but at least when it's written down and they're in front of you, we've printed off like a bingo card style thing and written in. Jonette did some and I did some. We've written in some things we want to achieve this year, and then we've printed them off and we're going to put them on the side of the fridge. It's not resolutions, it's more things we want to do this year. I'll just run through a few if you like.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 24 on here. That's a lot of things. Even if I do half of that, I think I've had a good year.
Can I see one?
You can see what grabs you. I'll pass it over.
Okay.
Read them out. Go on. What's the first one you saw?
Have hair.
Why did that?
I don't know why. Maybe because it's only 2 words.
Right.
That is so funny.
Have hair. What do you think that means?
Well, we did have a discussion recently about, you were saying 2025 is the year.
I've got hair goals.
I'm doing the transplant situation.
Transplant. Yeah, I've considered the syrup.
The syrup.
Syrup of figs.
Oh,
Cockney rhyming slang.
oh, Jesus.
Wig.
Oh, the wig.
No, I wouldn't do a wig. There's nothing
toupee.
wrong with wigs.
Nothing wrong.
But it's not for me. I have hair, by the way. I have some hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said when you told me that, I was like, why? It looks fine. It looks great.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were like, no, I just want it.
I want more hair. How about that?
Yeah.
I want more hair.
Yeah.
I got hair. As you get older, you get hair sprouting out in bits where you don't want it, and you lose it in other spaces where you do want it. But apparently there's this thing called a hair transplant where you can take it from the back of your neck, where I do have an abundance. I actually have an abundance in many other places. I got lots of donor areas I could tap into. I want to take some neck hair, and I want bangs.
Bangs. Wow. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Another one I'm seeing that I'm loving is sing karaoke out.
Out.
You guys are big karaokeers.
In. We're
in your home, just
yes.
the two of you, which that would be one of mine. I love that.
You like a bit
it's
of
like
karaoke,
the perfect evening activity,
Yeah.
just in your home.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the machine.
Yeah, I love a karaoke. You know this.
You do.
What's
your
everyone
go-to?
listening probably knows this. I've got a lot. It's changed over the years. Some have died out. I've put them to rest.
Ooh.
Share. I'm talking to you.
Turn back time.
No, believe.
Believe.
Yeah, but I cycle through. I have like a note in my phone with a bunch of songs.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of just depends how I'm feeling in that moment.
Right, the vibe of of where you are.
Where I am. How many drinks I've had.
And you prefer a solo or a duet or a group?
I love them both equally, I think. But you guys took singing lessons.
We did. That was last year's big thing. I think JB got us some singing lessons. I think it might have been for a Christmas gift for me. Yeah, it was pro singing lessons.
Yeah, I've been saying since then, we've got to
actually
put those to use.
show what we've learned.
So yes, I love those two.
Yeah.
Reach out to an old friend and make a new friend.
Yes.
Or two separate things on here.
Those were back to back. I thought of the first one first, and then that just led me into make a new friend because, making connections is great, but people in our lives, you lose people. Whatever you may move, I've moved, and before you know it, time passes and you that connection's lost, and you think, dang, I really need to reconnect, and it just takes a little effort on someone's part just to make that first move.
Yeah.
And I've got old friends. We did this, I told you about a group of guys, old school friends that I reconnected with, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, your video chats. And
Yeah,
stuff.
we were on WhatsApp and made a little group. And these are guys that one of them I've known since I was 7 and 8 at school. Another one, maybe I was 14 years old. Another one, 16 years old. So we're talking a long time ago. And I grew up with these guys, and it was like, we were 17, 18, 19 years old and doing things together, that sort of coming of age period in your life where you're doing all these exciting things together. And those guys, I lost touch with them.
Yeah.
And reached back out, and it had been, 25, 30 years. And it's really added an extra bit of value to my life to reconnect.
For sure.
With those guys.
And that period of time, friends, those kind of never go away. Like you said, the communication goes away for various reasons. But you can... Anytime you reconnect again, it's just like puts you right back there.
Yeah, just like old times.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Cole, Mick, and Mark.
Shouts out.
And a new friend.
New friend.
Yes.
That's easy to do.
Is it?
Maybe, okay, well, how are we classifying friend?
Okay, well, that's true. I have to define this.
I fear I spoke too soon. It is hard to make new friends.
Are you good at that?
No, I mean, I say no, but... Like the past year of my life, really, I feel I've made tons of new friends. So it feels wrong to say that it is hard looking at my life currently. But typically it is. And like we touched on the first episode, the trust and all that is hard for me. But in adulthood, and especially when you have your routine and your schedule and your life and your people already, it's hard to change that up. Like, how do you meet new people your age with similar interests? Like, what do I do? Go out to a local bar and then that's it?
Hey,
Or
will you
like,
be my friend?
take a class, do that kind of stuff.
That's a good way, to meet new people. Go on.
I was going to say, I think it's just mutual friends is the best
friends of friends
hack. Yeah, because you already know you like this person. So if they like this person, you probably will like them as well,
That's
and
good
they're
rule of
already
thumb.
vetted through them.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than just a rando that you don't know. I think I want to push myself a little bit this year and meet a rando.
Meet a rando.
I think.
Well, you said the other night you had gone out and you met another English dude.
That's true.
And you guys were maybe not fast friends, but you connected.
We did connect. I've got his number. I should have texted him follow up, but I didn't.
So there you go. Maybe that's the thing that needs to change.
The follow-up.
The follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the part too where you can get in your head of like, I don't want to be annoying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You just gotta
And like,
do it.
Did I enjoy that more than him? You know, does he want to be my friend? Even at I'm 51, you know, I still think about these things just run through your head. You know, like making new friends, just like being in the playground at school.
I know.
You know, same thing.
Never goes away.
Never goes away.
You've got a free space on here.
Yeah.
The bingo free space.
Bingo free space.
You need to just go ahead and check that one off.
I want to check that off.
Yeah.
Anything else jumping?
Launch a podcast.
Ooh, should we do that?
Wow.
Do you want to do that?
Check that. I don't know. Maybe next year.
Okay. That's. I thought that's a gimme because we're doing it.
Yeah.
But. How big is launching a podcast?
Huge.
Right.
So huge.
And I'm going to check that off because I thought it needs to go on there because that's not an everyday thing you do.
And it was like technically planned before the new year and then launched in the new year.
Exactly.
So technically it is.
And we could have backed out. We could have said, you know what?
Yep.
Don't think so. But I think launching a podcast, that I'm going to file under... Have you ever heard of... there's like a ancient Japanese ritual. It's called misogi or misogi. Have you heard of that?
Maybe.
It's ancient Japanese ritual where every year they want to achieve something that's life-defining for that year. So you set yourself one goal, an event, something you want to do that's really going to define that year.
Okay.
And for me, that was launch the podcast. You know, that's like the big thing for the year.
Yeah.
Something
that's a constant.
Yes.
Well.
But I like the idea of that, of picking one thing that's going to stretch yourself, going to put yourself outside your comfort zone for the year and go, hey, okay, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow from this.
Yeah, I like these. They're all simple.
Doable, right?
Yeah, like this write in journal 5 times this year. Mm-hmm. Sounds so simple, but
doable.
It's not.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, I'm going to journal every day.
Yeah.
This is like the...
I thought that.
The other version of that.
Yeah.
I guess that's something I am doing this year, not the journaling, but the reading.
Ooh, how many... have you set a target?
I haven't set a target.
That's good.
I just want to read more.
Be general.
If I could put it into words, it'd be incorporate reading as a nightly, not a nightly, but as a night activity.
Right.
Add it into the rotation.
Yes.
Because currently it's like only TV, doom scrolling, and video games.
Are you going to remove one or just...
No.
No?
Nope.
Keep the doom scrolling?
Yep.
How much
Because
of
if
that do you
I'm
do?
reading, I'm doing less of that, right? But I'm adding it in the rotation to then choose from every single night. Okay, which one am I going to do tonight? Because right now in my brain, it's like not an option. I'm like, no.
Right.
Why would I do that?
Right.
When I can doom scroll for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I did actually just last night, randomly got an ad that I keep always getting, non-spawn, of, what is it called? Oh, Book of the Month. It's like a subscription. You can choose the book. You can be surprised. You can whatever.
Yeah.
I think it also includes some kind of audiobook situation.
Okay.
Honestly, didn't look into it much because they were doing a probably New Year's resolution type thing, playing into that.
Been seeing a lot of that.
Doing first book is $5.
Okay.
And they send you a free hat as well.
A hat? A reading hat?
A hat.
You put the hat on while you read?
Put the hat on. It makes your brain bigger.
So it keeps all the knowledge in?
Yep.
Is it
all
like
of it in.
a sorting hat? Or what is this?
It's just a baseball hat.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I got that in the book for $5. I said, sold. So we'll see how
So
long
you're doing
that
this?
lasts. Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, if the book is coming,
All right.
and then another one's coming next month,
Yeah.
I got to read it. Because then it will overwhelm me if I have like 2 books and another one coming. I'm like, oh God, I got to keep up with this.
Right.
So I'm hoping that will work. Who
That's
knows?
sweet.
Yeah.
Did you pick the first title? Is it a random thing or what's
There
going
was
on
an
there?
option of maybe the 5 or 6 books that were included in this $5 deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked into every single one and then picked the one that I thought would be most interesting. Currently, I'm reading that Little Book of Aliens,
Yeah, I want to borrow that.
which I love, but it is very, it's nonfiction,
Yeah,
facts and things, which is great.
love that.
Typically, when I read, I like to be escaping.
You do? Is that your purpose for reading, to escape this world?
Because it's like, when I'm playing video games, I'm like shutting off real life and not thinking about much. I'm in this world. I'm doing, I can get lost in that. And then same with like
Interesting.
doom scrolling. I'm like, let's see what other people are doing in their lives, so I don't have to think about mine.
Right.
So yeah, a book, I like a little fiction book. I like a fun story.
So I'm pretty much a different reader.
Yeah, you're
type
like
to-
the opposite.
Yeah.
You like to learn some shit.
I like to learn shit, yeah.
I'd say that's on my bingo card this year.
to learn some shit.
Just to learn more
Yeah.
shit, which I hope is with the reading
yeah.
goes into there. Because even if you're reading fiction, you're still reading and you're learning. My theory has always been you're not learning facts, but you're learning about people, learning how other people think.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, fictional people in certain different scenarios, but these scenarios were
Right.
written by a real person. So it's interesting to think, oh, okay, like this person's thinking in this way in this situation. Does that make sense?
It does. What did they do in that situation? Is there something to take from it? That experience?
Yeah, there's always lessons.
Lessons,
in
life
any
lessons.
book, I think.
Yeah. And maybe the way it's been written.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
I consume my books through Audible mostly. I got into a big personal growth time where I was just consuming all those sort of books. For Christmas, actually, I asked Jonette for some books. I chose philosophy.
Right. You do like that.
I know. Well, it's just a realm that I feel I want to learn more about, the history of, the main characters of, and just provoke thought and a new way of thinking. I like all that. And then after that, I'm going to tackle psychology.
Oh,
Yeah.
all fun stuff.
Yeah, all fun stuff. How people think.
What would you say on this list is, what's your standout one on this list besides launch a podcast?
And besides, have hair.
And besides have hair?
Yeah, it's a game changer for me, hair. See, I think some of these I might even be able to club together. Oh, this will be huge.
Play soccer?
No.
Get a
But
tattoo?
Play soccer is my happy place, though. I feel like I'm in flow while I play soccer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to join a team. But get a tattoo, that's big for me.
I did see that
You did?
on there. Yeah. That's huge.
It's
you
massive.
don't have a tattoo.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Wow.
tats, no piercings, nothing
Wow.
like that.
Do you have ideas in mind?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And
That's always a good start.
isn't it, right? That's been like the main thing is like, the idea of a tattoo, yeah, but what would you get?
Mm-hmm.
So someone actually asked me that the other day. I said I'd like to get one at 51, first tattoo,
Not a midlife crisis
It's
at all.
not. No, not.
It's not.
It's not.
Don't even think it is.
Couple that with his new head of hair.
His new toupee.
Yeah, and the sports car. What's going on over there?
Oh my God.
So tattoo, it's going to be like a tribute to my mum. Of course. Why not?
Why not?
Because it's not anything that's just meaningless. If I'm going to put some paint on my body,
Yeah.
it's got to have a meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum, who we lost 3 years ago, so I'm thinking turtle tat.
Turtle.
Myrtle the
Myrtle
turtle. Yeah, that was my mum's name, Myrtle.
And did she like turtles?
Well, she got her nickname at school was Myrtle the turtle, right? So that kind of stuck.
Just stuck.
Yeah.
So she was kind
And
of forced to like
forced
turtles.
to like turtles. And she had a little turtle vibe to her too.
Yeah. Okay.
She'd like
Oh,
bring
quiet.
well, yeah,
Kind of
unassuming,
soft, sweet.
soft and sweet. What a lady! And the best person in the world
Yeah.
ever. And she would like put her head into her shell and protect herself, but then pop out.
Snappy.
Snap. She had a snap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
She did have a snap, but very determined, amazing woman who got over a lot in her life. A lot
Hard
of
shell,
things.
you could say.
Very tough shell.
Wow.
Yeah. She had to make this tough shell, but on the inside, so soft.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's so cute. So are you thinking, what kind of turtle are we talking? Because, there's
Not
like
a snapping
the sea
one.
turtle.
Yeah.
There's like the tortoise. There's all different kinds of turtles.
Yeah.
Are you thinking color? Just black?
I love those, is it Japanese style? The vibrant colors. I do like those.
I'm not sure. All of mine are just like doodles, basically.
Doodle tats.
No theme. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's going to be big. It's
Yeah.
going to be here.
On the top of the
Shoulder,
the bicep area.
and get the turtle and build off the turtle.
Yeah.
you know.
Do you have a time goal for that one, or just kind of any time this year? Or you have like a special occasion, like
Ooh, dude,
day
I hadn't
you
even
want to do it,
thought
like
of
her
that.
birthday or something, you know?
Her birthday was yesterday,
Oh,
so
shit.
we've missed that window.
Wow, okay, well, happy birthday.
Yeah, she would have been 79. Yeah, I don't think we've got time in this episode, but I think another episode we might talk about Myrtle a bit more.
For sure.
Because, you know, she was my mom.
And she's, I mean, it's business related as well. We went on a whole venture basically
At that
dedicated
time.
to her, basically.
Oh, we
you could say.
did. We
Yeah.
we set up a new website in her name, right?
Yeah,
The gift of a memory.
that's a whole episode for sure.
Whole episode. We'll get there.
Uh-huh.
There's so many things to talk about.
So what about JB?
JB's list. If I pass you JB's bingo card, you're going to see the...
Is she okay if I share some of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to see very more pointed.
Yeah.
And these are big time.
Okay.
You'll see the difference.
Okay. It already looks like JB. Let's see. Oh my God. First one, organized drawers and closets. That is so relatable. Purge clothes,
Yeah.
clean and organize.
Yeah. So that
It's
kind
so
of,
funny.
some cleaning and organizing.
All the cleaning and organizing, which is a good one. That's a good one to keep throughout the year.
Yeah.
Learn how to sew and repair clothes.
I
Okay,
thought that
JB,
might appeal to you.
call me up.
Mm-hmm.
See 3 live bands.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done that in a weekend. That's fun.
Yeah. For us, we don't see much live music.
Yeah.
And if you refer back to mine, it says see Oasis live.
I did see that. I was afraid to say that one because who knows? Everyone's on the edge of their seat
Oh, I know.
about that.
Uh-huh. Just doing things that are fun things that you think, oh, one day. Well, why can't that day be, this year?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to beat yourself up if, it's a bingo card. So you maybe
It's just a reminder too.
get one line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a reminder. But they're fun, right?
Yeah. I like this. I might have to make my own bingo card.
Well, that's what I was actually going to ask you, right? We've talked about making things happen, in your life and before and things you want to do and how you go about them, different techniques and whatnot. I think for both of us, we joke a little bit about it, but manifesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on manifesting?
It's like we're manifesting by how much we joke about manifesting.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Oof. I don't know.
What do you think? Woo-woo or is something in it? Or
Sure.
What's up?
Sure. I think both. I'm very, everything happens for a reason and like karma and that kind of stuff. I think that ties in with manifesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about it before that it's not necessarily predicting the future or like saying something specific is going to happen. It's more if you just say I want to manifest like good health.
Right.
Then that is at the top of my brain. So then subconsciously I'm going to be doing things that are getting me towards that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that what manifesting is? Or at least that's what
For me, that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not this superpower.
Yeah.
It's what we do every day. It's just a focus.
Yeah.
It's bringing your attention to something. So if how the brain works, it's if you're focusing on one thing. Let's say you're in the market for a new car, and there's a certain model of car that you got your eye on, the old thing. That's the only car you see on the road.
Yep.
So it's purely because it's on your mind.
Yeah.
It's at the front of your mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of how manifesting works.
Yeah. And then there's, speaking things into existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing that I think I do believe in that. Because same kind of logic. Like if you just keep thinking about it, you're probably going to end up doing it like subconsciously.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a friend recently where I said something like, oh, my biggest fear is this. And she was like, no, don't say that. Don't say fear because then it's going to come to fruition. Like it's going to happen.
Right.
She phrased it much better
Right.
than me, and she told me to say something else instead of fear.
Right.
I was like, oh, you're right, because it's not only positive things that you can manifest or speak into existence. It's
you're
the
right.
negative
The
stuff
negative
as well.
If you focus negatively on something, then that's going to more likely to happen. Sure. Dang, I didn't thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm. But so then I get freaked out because I'm like, oh no, because I have all these big fears, and I worry about people. And then I'm like, wait, if I'm thinking about it in that way, is that going to make it happen?
Yeah. Yeah. So again, it comes back to mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
So a thought experiment.
Okay.
I would like to try this out. Not manifesting for yourself, but manifesting for someone else. To see if you're putting positive vibes out for another person, if that helps them. I think it'd be quite interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because usually you'd be focusing on your own things, like I want this, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I think this would be quite interesting. So if we try to manifest 3 things for each other this year.
Okay. And
I kind of put you on the spot, but
would this, I have a question. Would this be something...
it's selfless.
It's not just like the fact that I'm thinking about it, but you don't know it is going to make it happen. Like, that's not how that works, right?
No.
I would have to then tell you.
You're going to have to tell me.
What I'm thinking.
And I'll tell you.
Okay.
So we pick 3 things.
Okay.
And we'll say them now or write them down or whatever.
Okay.
I'll know yours, you'll know mine.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is throughout the year, and I quite like the idea of writing them down. So I might try and, it's going to incorporate into my journaling. Perhaps I'll journal your 3 things and try to will these things into existence for you.
Okay.
But can you come up with 3?
Probably.
Go on then.
Right now.
Do it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Big one, and you know this one.
Go.
Do you have a guess?
Maybe, is it to do with sewing?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say it's my sleeping.
Oh, that would be a biggie.
It's like something that I know is just going to be an ongoing issue my entire life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's got to change at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I've, tried things on and off, slowly implemented new things, done the like sleepy tea. That works for me sometimes. That is like an ongoing, all encompassing issue.
So for those who don't know, what is the sleep issue? What is it?
It's just like my rhythm is so off, and it's been off like my whole life, since I was a little kid. And yeah, I cannot sleep. I stay up too late, even if I really want to go to bed or I am too tired. I just have trouble sleeping. And then I'm not a morning person, so I'm sleeping in so late. Yesterday, I literally woke up at noon. Unheard of. I went to sleep like at midnight with my sleepy tea and then woke up at noon. And I was like, what has happened?
That's a full-on sleep.
Yeah, and then I always sleep through the alarms. I never hear the alarms and don't know how to change that. Which then, like, that's the idea, and then I have to do so many other things in my day-to-day to achieve that. Where it's like, well, if I exercised, I'd probably sleep better. Oh,
True.
if I ate better, I'd probably sleep better.
True.
Oh, if I did this, if I read at night, I'd probably sleep better. Things like that.
Different habits.
Yeah. So that is an ongoing thing.
What's your ideal?
Just like to have a good schedule. I mean, to not sleep till noon would be great. I would love to naturally wake up at like 8 o'clock.
Cool. That's an ask, isn't it?
My issue is I think it started in school. I didn't want to go to school, so I would stay up super late at night to like put off the wake up. Because once you go to sleep, then it's just you're waking up and going to school.
Right.
And I was like, well, now I have this time to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend as much time doing what I want to do at night in my free time. And that now I'm like, I don't have a day-to-day life that I dread like I used to.
Right.
But yeah, I'm still stuck in that almost mindset / just rhythm.
Memory muscle, body's used to it.
Yeah.
It's just a case of trying to probably bake in some new habits that are going to serve this thing that you want, a new schedule. Okay. So sleeping.
Sleeping is
better sleeping habit schedule.
probably number one.
Okay. I'll try on that one. Okay.
That's it for now. More will.
Yeah.
More will come,
If you
I'm
think
sure.
of more, tell me. And I'll try and will those in for you.
Sweet.
Mine, I can just come off. Here we go. This list. Okay. Will some hair onto my head, please. Play soccer. That's my happy place. On the soccer field.
On the pitch.
On the pitch, yeah. Can I throw in 2 more?
Go ahead.
These are, all right.
Overachiever.
I will. Learn Spanish to be conversational.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's a big one.
It is biggie. And learn 5 songs on the guitar.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we've got soccer, we've got guitar, we've got Spanish, and hair.
Yeah, that guy sounds great.
That guy sounds with it all tatted up,
Uh-huh.
and singing,
Yeah.
karaoke.
This time next year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, next episode is our first interview.
Should be super interesting,
Yeah.
exciting, fun. So yeah, stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned.
Or I guess if you're listening now, you can listen to that one next.
Just hop
It's
straight
out-
to that
It's
one.
out now.
However
Yeah.
you're listening, if you're at the gym doing your
Yep.
New Year's resolutions, you're at the gym on the treadmill, or you got your earbuds in doing a bit of cleaning, you're listening in the car, shout out to all of you, however you listen.
However you're listening,
How do you consume yours?
How do
your
I?
pods?
constantly,
Just whatever.
anywhere,
Doing-
everywhere.
Yeah.
In the shower,
You don't listen in the shower.
of course.
How do you do that?
Put the phone in the bathroom, crank it up, get a speaker. I actually have a ledge in the shower that is like perfect for the phone and it doesn't get wet.
Phone ledge.
I'll even watch a YouTube video in there sometimes.
How's that possible?
Most times. The ledge. It's just there and it fits perfectly. It's a problem. Maybe that needs to be one of
What are
mine.
you, have you got
Stop.
a shower curtain or a shower window? What is your thing?
It's a curtain.
So the ledge is above,
Above.
The rail thing.
Yep.
Okay, I got you. Dude, when I'm showering, that is my thought chamber.
I know. See, that's the thing too, where I'm constantly listening to something,
listening.
watching something. I need more alone brain me time.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like I felt like I had too much of that. So now that's why I do the videos and stuff so much. Like the sleeping. I can't go to sleep because my brain is just going. So then I'm like, I have to shut this brain up.
Right.
Let me distract myself with the video. And then that's poured into other places.
Yeah.
But I'm also multitasking, I think.
You can do that, I know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
listening and then I'm also zoning out in my own brain.
Wow. So you can run programs in the back of your brain and then do things. I can't multitask, you see.
Yeah.
But for me, the shower, I should shower more because that's where all the ideas, it's because you're just doing something that's default mode.
Yeah.
And then there's a default mode for your brain where it's just thinking of the things. It's probably like the whole ties in with the manifesting part, is that your brain is then doing something automatic, but then it's thinking of the things that's been on your mind, in the back of your mind. And then that is when you're achieving that level. That's when all those little thoughts come into my mind anyway.
The shower thoughts.
The
It's a
shower
thing.
thoughts, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a thing for a lot of people.
But yeah, anyways, however you're listening, thanks for listening. Listen to that 3rd episode.
Oh, yeah.
Go back and listen to episode 1 if you haven't already.
Definitely. Get in on that one.
Make sure you're checking out the YouTube, Tea and Toasties Pod. Just Tea and Toasties, actually, I think, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, do that.
That one is Tea and Toasties Pod. And then anywhere you listen, however you listen.
Throw in some comments.
Yeah,
We like comments.
Yeah, a review, a comment. A
We might bring
like.
those up, right? In future
Yeah,
episodes.
I'd love to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions or any comments, anything. Good, bad, I'm ready.
We'll take all of it.
ready to discuss.
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go about our business, right?
Yeah.
I've got to get back to work.
Gotta get back to work.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Tea and Toasties.